at the hospital. Dancing Teddie. Inaba Municipal Hospital hallway. You busily clean the dark, silent hallways. You thought you heard something from down the hall. You decide to pretend not to hear it and continue cleaning. Your courage has increased, you are now daring. You see an old lady in a morning dress. See? Real?
My.
Oh, forgive me. It seemed the old lady is looking in your direction. Scary old lady. The old lady laughed. Who was she? Will increase even more. Inaba Municipal Hospital hallway. You busily clean the desks. Clean the dark, silent hallway. So you heard something from down the hall. You decide to pretend not to hear it and continue cleaning. Your courage has increased. The old lady is in morning garb and standing there again. She's so scary. Good evening. I'm sorry about what happened last time when I was staring at your face. You look like someone I knew. The old woman smiled gently. Do you work here? Only part-time. I'm a high school student, doesn't matter because it's not Sayoko. Only part-time.
Is that so?
That's wonderful. I have a granddaughter about your age. She went back home today though. Thinking about it, meeting you here is a wonder. But I won't be coming back here anymore. What were you here for? Why are you wearing black? We should meet again. Why are you wearing black? This isn't a big town. We might run into each other eventually. I like to take in the sun at the riverbank when I have days off. The river sparkles so beautifully. It all feels so good, it saddened me. I'll be going now. The old woman laughed. Old man in black. Old woman in black. Old lady in black.
My.
Ah, you don't happen to be the hospital janitor. That's right. I didn't think I would see you here. It's a nice day today. Would you take the time to talk with this old woman? Spend time with her.
Goodness, I'm so happy.
The old lady smiled gently.
Good day.
You introduce yourself. Narukami Narukami-chan is it? A lovely name, it suits you. I live here all my life, but I don't know you. Just move here. I won't be staying long. You can answer whatever. You just move here.
Is that so?
If you're from the city, you may think it's a bit inconvenient here, but I think it's a nice town. I think so too. That's nice to hear. It's a good to hear pleasant thing about your home.
I'm sorry.
I haven't introduced myself.
My name is Hisano Kuroda.
Sanakuro.
I am death.
Dad? What do you mean? I'm sorry. I'm saying foolish thing. Narukami-chan, you're still not used to this town, are you? If you ever have any problems, I can give you some advice. So I'm sure you rather spend your time with younger ladies. She seemed to be calling the old woman even though she called herself dead. You have become acquainted with Hisano Kuroda. Thou art I, and I am thou. Thou hast established a new bond, it bring thee closer to the truth. Thou shalt be pleased when creating persona of the data arcana. You have established the old lady social link of the Dead Arcana. You may earn experience bonus when fusing persona of the Dead Arcana. I hope we can meet again. Goodbye. Now.
Be careful now.
He left Hisano and went home. Still, the more I look at you, the more you remind me of him. His nose is just a little lower than yours, and his eyes a bit smaller, and his hair was shorter. He was a handsome man. What are you talking about? So he didn't look like me. Stop staring at me. Whatever the answer is, 3. So he didn't look like me.
Well,
Maybe not so much in the face, but your expression and the gesture you make, perhaps. My husband, that is. Sano smiled gently. My husband passed away recently.
listen, dear.
Do I look like Dad to you? Yes, you do. No, you don't. This is stupid. It's gonna be 0 whatever you answer, but yeah, that's the good thing to do is to... No, you don't. I see. You mustn't become that. Hisano smiled sadly. You feel your burst against the heavy weight that Hisano is bearing. Lady rank up. The old lady social link has reached level 2. The power to create persona of the dead arcana is grown. When I'm with you, I feel like he has forgiven me. That can't possibly be true though. After all, I'm the one who... I'll see you later, Narukami-chan.
Goodbye.
He left Hisano and went home. Oh, Narukami-chan. For some reason, Hisano seems surprised. You feel the relationship with Hisano is going to come closer soon? Will you spend the day with Hisano?
Yes.
I would like to talk. Hisano seemed to have regained her composure. You frightened me there. I thought you were my husband. Watching the river here with you, like this, bring back memory. What? What about the river? It's all give you history, but it doesn't matter since you have 0 point to level up, so or whatever. What about the river?
Yes.
The area around the river used to be much prettier than it is now. Sano smiled nostalgically. I met my husband here in this town. I was born and raised here, and he was part of a traveling company of actors. They come to town once a year. When I was small, my family took me to see the play. That's when I met my husband, who was a child actor. He had clear, pale skin and he spoke completely different from the other children. He was my first love. Every year, he would come, and every year, I would watch. Gather all the courage I had and talk to him. As some miracle, he fell in love with me too. We would just talk behind the stage, one date every year. I thought he was just flirting with me, but I thought it was okay. But do you know what he did? He quit the company and said he would leave here and marry me. He did field work, so he didn't know how. He would come home and show me his blister. He was so proud. I was happy back then. Jealous. What about now? That's right, yeah. So it doesn't matter. I'm sure the day will come where you'll be so happy you could just cry out of happiness. No, there are many people who are in the midst of happiness, just don't realize it. If you don't know what you should hold dear, then your life is just a journey without a destination. Hisano smiles. Right now, all I want to do is be by his side. But I know I never will. Went to heaven, and I will surely go to hell. That's not true. Don't torture yourself. Marisol 3. Don't torture yourself. That's not true.
Thank you.
So kind. Hisano smiles sadly. You feel that you understand Hisano a little bit. Lady. The old lady's social link has reached level 3. How to create persona of the dead Arcana. Must be going now. Gets cold here, down by the river. I'll see you later, Narukami-chan.
Goodbye.
He left Hisano and went. You-chan. I'm no good. I said I didn't want to see you, and yet part of me was hoping that you would come anyway. I'm happy that you did. If it's alright with you, so we'll talk. Spend time with Hisano.
Yes.
I'll be happy to. Hisano smiled gently. I was half expecting you to come, and half thinking that you'd given up. Being non-committal, floating around, never deciding to be one thing nor another. Can a man understand that? I get it. +3? I don't get it. +3, so answer whatever. I don't get it. It's not so bad. As feelings go, Hisano smiled cheerfully. Just remember something. Before we were married, you remember that my husband and I could only meet once a year, yes? So we exchanged letters all the time. I wait for the mailbox every day, wondering when his next letter would arrive. The days one came would fill me with joy, but also felt that reading it immediately would be wasteful. But I wanted to write my reply so badly, so I would grow impatient and read it carefully, over and over. What were they about? How inconvenience. Yeah. This is 0, this is +2 or +1 depending on your persona. How inconvenient. I suppose you would think so today. But when you write a letter, it's like setting your feeling in stone. It's more than just word. It's your heart. Hisano smile. When you find yourself somebody to love, try writing a letter to them. Just one line can convey so much more of your feeling than 100 speech. Hisano smiled nostalgically. You feel some of the loneliness he is bearing. Old lady ranks up. The old lady's social link has reached level 6. Your power to create persona of the dead Arcana is grown. But you know what? I've lost the letter he sent to me. I thought I kept them in safe place. Well, I suppose I don't need them anymore anyway. Son looks sad. Maybe having those letters again would cheer her up.
I'll see you again.
He left Hisano and went home. And just talk to him now. I just bought a bunch of antiques from an estate sale by a woman who lost her husband. I found this strange letter in with what I bought. There's love letter. Don't you think it's strange? Throwing them away is a bit cold, and returning them to their owner is also kind of a dimension of reading them. Are these the letter that Hisano had told you about before? You asked Daidara for the letter he found. Received husband letter.
My,
Yu-chan, I'm happy to see you. Hisano smiled gently. Spend time with
Yes.
Hisano. I'd be happy to. Hisano smiled gently.
My,
Yu-chan, those are... We show Hisano a letter from her husband.
my.
Letter from my husband. How? He told her they were at Daidara.
My.
Oh my, must have been when he came to collect the contents of the storehouse. So that's where I kept the letters. Thank you, Yu-chan. From the bottom of this old woman's heart, I'm so happy. Hisano is very happy. I'm going to burn them. I'll go get some matches. So dirty, man. Just going to burn them. What should you do? Read them, wait for Hisano. That doesn't matter what you do, so I'm going to read. You decide to read a little bit. The wooden fell frame. I was once shorter than it. I have outgrown it in the time that we have been kept apart. That's all the postcard says. Another postcard has a short composition on it. I want to see you so much. How much sky, earth, and water do my words have to run through, on and over to reach you, my dear Hisa-san? How I wish I was this postcard. Isn't that just so sad? He had no idea that he was being deceived. I'm sure he never imagined that the Hisa-san he loved would someday wish to see him dead. What do you mean? You didn't like it? You didn't love him? What do you mean? He was a kind, honest, and loyal man. He fell ill and became bedridden. I had to work to support our family. He would always apologize to me for failing as a husband. When he did, he would smile so sadly. His illness worsened, and he must have been scared. He began to take his fear and frustration out on me, the man who had been so kind. But that didn't bother me at all. I had agreed that I would work and take care of him the day we were wed, in sickness and in health.
But he forgot.
He forgot who I was, and he forgot all about me. Couldn't bring myself to love him. Couldn't forgive the way he would look at me with such confusion in his eyes. And when I cried, he would wipe my tears away, like the man he had been all those years ago. Couldn't forgive that. Couldn't bear that stranger in his body, stealing his mind day after day. When he slept, I tried to kill him. But I couldn't. While I was standing over him, he looked up, he smiled at me. The same smile he gave me when I was a girl.
And in the same voice he would use to tell me he loved me, he asked, "Who are you, ma'am?"
That was 3 years ago. After that day, he would forget who I was every morning. Every day he would ask me, "Who are you?" And every day I would answer, "Who am I today?" I was a total stranger to him until the very end. He was being cared for by a stranger as he passed away. That was his punishment. Punishment for forgetting me. That's a cruel tale. That must have been tough. All zeros, so that must have been tough.
I was relieved.
Before I could feel anything else, I felt relief. Relief that it was finally over. For both of us. It was then that I realized that I had been wanting him to die. And because I wished it, I left this world and went to the gods. I am dead itself. Hisano smiled sadly. You feel that you understand Hisano a bit more. Ranks up. The old lady social link has reached level 7. Your power to create persona of the dead Arcana is gone. Please, throw the letters away. I can't bear to see them anymore. I don't want to touch them anymore.
I'm sorry.
You weren't able to give Hisano back the letter from her husband. Perhaps you should speak with the owner of Daidara again. You came at a good time. Do you remember those letters I gave you before? Well, I found more of them. If you want this too, you're more than welcome to them. You decide to take the letter. Receive Hisano later. Yu-chan, those? Hisano is surprised about something. Since you have White Rider persona of the dead Arcana, you two might get along well. You feel your relationship with Hisano is going to become closer soon. Will you spend a day with Hisano? Spend time with Hisano.
Yes.
I would like to talk. Hisano seemed to have regained her composure.
My.
Those are the letters I sent to my husband. You told her that you had found this at Daidara as well.
Is that so?
So, you've been keeping my letter in the storehouse as well. It sounded like. I need to throw this away as well. But first, can't you let me read them? Hisano began reading later. We composed our hair. Now it reached my shoulder. Not you, then who? Will tie it up for me when it becomes necessary. The path you left on has long been buried by a fallen leaf. Will I be able to meet you again when the cherry blossom bloom and the chichadas buzz? Each day grow brighter. I can feel you coming closer, step by step. I wrote this decades ago. Who knew that I would become dead? Hisano began reading the next letter. That poem you sent me was from the Issei, wasn't it? It's fitting, as I'm waiting here for you. But I wish I could just spring away from here and run to your arms. It could be an adventure to search for the cowrie of the swallows in order to win your heart. If I could transform my heart into the wind and make it rise to your side, would you take it into your hand?
I loved him this much. And because I loved him, it saddened me that he forgot my love.
I was miserable and jealous.
I was a fool.
I was left behind because I was such a fool. He was all that I had. Now he's gone. I must accept that. Take your time. It's 3. Hang in there. Was 3. Hang in there. You're right. But can I do it? Hisano smiled through her tears. You feel that you touch Hisano's heart. Rank 8, Old Lady. The Old Lady social link has reached level 8. Your power to create personas of the dead Arcana has grown.
Thank you.
If it's okay with you, I'd like to see you again.
I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
You left Hisano and went home.
Yu-chan,
I'm happy to see you. You feel your relationship with Hisano is going to become closer soon. Will you spend the day with Hisano? Spend time with Hisano.
Yes.
I'd be happy to. Hisano smiled gently. I was lying to you.
I'm not really death.
I did wish that he would die. And so, he died for me. That's what I wanted to think. I thought maybe that would be proof that he still loved me. I didn't want to accept that he had died all by himself, not remembering me, leaving me behind. I understand the feeling. That's selfish. I don't understand. All plus 3, so choose whatever you want. I don't understand. I love him for almost all my life. Hisano smiled gently.
But the truth is,
I don't
have any special powers like that. I am not death. Just another boring human being. Waiting for a miracle that never came. Before I knew it, I was wishing death on the one person I loved most in the world. I was lonely, forgotten, and loving, being loved. All that is what goes into making us human.
Even if he did forget me in the end, the life we spent together were proof of our dedication to each other. His love for me was never a lie. All those later are proof. Just didn't get it.
But it's too late now, isn't it?
I guess so. No, it isn't. Plus 3 oral. No, it isn't. Perhaps you're right. I think I'll try living as the Hisano he loved. Once more. Hisano smiled gently. The spark has returned to Hisano's eyes. It seemed you were able to give Hisano some support. Rank 9. The Old Lady. The Old Lady social link has reached level 9. Your power to create persona of the dead Arcana has grown.
The man I loved is gone. I can't ignore that fact any longer. I need to face the truth head on. I want to see you again.
He left Hisano and went home. Yu-chan, I'm happy to see you. Hisano smiled gently. You feel your relationship with Hisano is going to become closer soon. Will you spend the day with Hisano? Spend time with Hisano. I'd be happy to. Hisano smiled gently. I suppose that today is the last day I'll be seeing this river. I've decided to move. My children have offered me a place with them. At first, I turned them down because I didn't want to leave the place I was born in. But they keep insisting. What about your husband? They kept insisting.
No.
No. If I stay here, I only think about my husband and the time I spend with him. If I stay here and mope around, I'm sure he'll feel bad up in heaven. Hisano smiled gently.
Will you accept this?
You obtain old fountain pen. It's the same pen from the last dead Arcana. I saved up my money to buy this a long time ago. I used it to write to my husband before we were married. I'll be delighted if you would have it. I feel that our story hasn't truly ended, hasn't it? I'll treasure it.
Thank you.
I believe that the past, when we exchange later, is connected to the present day. I'm sure I don't have very long left in this world, but that's not the case for you. You're carrying on my story now. I think I can keep on smiling to the end. I think I've had a good life. Hisano's smile is full of affection. It seems you were able to give Hisano some support. Ranks up, Max, Dad, Old Lady, Social Link, Hisano. You are I, and I am you. Thou hast established a genie bond. This genie bond shall be your eyes to see the truth. We bestow upon thee the ability to create Mahakala, the ultimate persona of the dead Arcana. The ultimate form of the dead Arcana. The Old Lady Social Link has reached its maximum level. You have mastered the Old Lady Social Link. Your power to create persona of the dead Arcana has reached its maximum. Yu Narukami has forged a bond. It cannot be broken. By mastering the dead social link, you can now fuse Mahakala, the King of Darkness. Do you have someone you love? I do. I don't. I'm not too sure. I do. Is that so? Then remember this.
Live a long and full life. That is the greatest thing you can do for your beloved.
You spent a while talking about different things with Hisano.
I hope that one day we will meet again.
You said goodbye to Hisano and headed back home.
My,
Yu-chan. My, what a coincidence. We really are connected by feet. Shall we talk like old times? Sure.
goodness, I'm so happy.
Just went to visit my husband's grave. Then I came to look at the river like I did last time. Next thing I know, here you are. There's a surprise. I live with one of my kids. My grandchild now, they're all so kind. I just realized that I almost never talk about my kids. With you. Probably distant myself from the rest of my family. I was afraid that if I didn't, I was going to depend on them. They're living their own life. I didn't want to be a burden on them. I want them to forget about me, to treat me as if I was dead. But they welcome me, and now we live together. They take care of me, but I'm taking care of my grandson. There's a little bit of give and take there. There's really a place in the world where I belong. Just assume that there wasn't one. They're my children, my family. I regret that I didn't talk with them before. My husband's dad must have been sad for them too. After all, they lost their father. Are you happy now? Are you still sad? Are you happy now?
Yes.
Very much so. I'm so happy right now, but because of that, I feel sad every now and then. I can't help but think you must have wanted to feel this happiness too. So I've decided that the best thing I can do is live a long, happy life. I'll make the rest of my life as great as it can be. Then I'll tell my husband about it when I see him again. Then we'll have all of eternity to be happy together. Not afraid anymore. Just a little lonely. I also have to tell him everything that happened in town too. About this whole crazy year, those awful murder, and how the police solved the case. I'll definitely have to tell him all about you too. I recently realized something. Precious things remain precious, whether you're alive or dead. Sorry for making you listen to all my long-winded monologue. You look like you still have things left to do. You look you're growing up a lot. Yu-chan, you're much more handsome now too. Not as handsome as my husband was though.
I'll see you again.
Then take care of yourself. Still have a lot of life ahead of you. Build a close bond between Hisano and yourself.